A 10 hut. Left channel. Right channel. In phase. Out of phase, loser.
What's a phase?
And now, an original TV Land presentation.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls.
It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own. They were 4 men living all together, yet they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunt, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch. That's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
Hey everybody, it's still Brady after all these years. With me, your host, Jenny McCarthy. I'm Jenny McCarthy, not Marcia Brady, or Jan Brady, or Cindy Brady, just Jenny McCarthy. But for years, every other girl in the country and I thought we were one of the Brady girls. When I thought good about myself, I was Marcia. When I had my hair like this, I was Cindy. And when I couldn't figure out who I was Jan. But this is so exciting, a reunion of the Brady Bunch, and I have to confess, even now, the Brady Bunch is my favorite show. I mean, how many people here can honestly say that? That's not too bad. And this little show went on to become more things than I can name. Well, I take that back. I can name them. The original TV series, The Brady Bunch. The cartoon series, The Brady Kids. The TV movie, The Brady Girls Get Married. Love that one. And that misguided variety singing and dancing thing. Then another TV movie, The Brady Girls Get Married, followed by another half-hour series, The Brady Brides. Next was the TV movie, A Very Brady Xmas, which led to the hour dramatic series, The Bradys. Stage play, The Real Live Brady Bunch, which used the original scripts. The feature film, cleverly entitled The Brady Bunch Movie. And a sequel, equally cleverly titled, A Very Brady Sequel. Then there was the TV movie, The Brady Bunch in the White House. And along the way, there were projects about the Brady Bunch like Growing Up Brady and Brady Bunch Home Movies and Brady Mania. Not to mention books like Alice's Cookbook, record albums, trading cards, lunchboxes, paper dolls, and board games. Will the madness never stop? But being here in the Brady house, there is something I have been dying to do, so I'm gonna do it. Everybody, Florence Henderson.
Sweetheart, how was your day at school?
Actually, I'm here hosting the Brady Bunch reunion special.
Well, as long as it doesn't interfere with your homework.
Oh my God, how cute is she? Well, we're here to see a whole bunch more Bradys.
Oh, yeah. Where are they? Hey, kids, come on. We got company. Come on.
Mary Williams, Maureen McCormick, Mike Lookinland, Susan Olsen, Christopher Knight, Plumb.
too.
Really?
Sure.
Yes.
So tell me this: is the Brady family really like a real family?
It certainly is to me. It always was.
Me too.
Yeah.
And you know what's so amazing is no matter how much time goes by when we don't see each other, we get back and it's just like there's been no time. It's really nice.
When we were filming the show originally in the 70s, there were times during the year that we would see each other more as a Brady family than we saw our own families.
Really?
Absolutely.
That could be good.
Yes, it was great.
Kids, what was your favorite episode, if you can recall a specific one? You're like, I had so much fun.
I always loved getting out of the studio. My favorites were the
Me
Grand
too.
Canyon,
Love the traveling.
Hawaii,
Yes.
anything that got us out of the studio, because we went to work in the dark and we went home in the dark.
There was two kinds of fun. I mean, there was the best that, because of the environment, like Hawaii, or that which seemed the material was just a cut above
Right.
and a little bit more fun to do.
Do you remember one?
Yes, the Phil Packer.
Yes, that's my favorite. But
And then,
He's
so
brilliant in
funny.
Oh, no. There was one where we got dressed up and did a silent movie. We did a pie fight.
pie fight.
Cousin Oliver.
Oh,
So we got to get dressed up in old-timey clothes, which is my favorite thing. Anytime I get to wear a fun costume.
I remember I slipped on the
Yeah.
icing of the pie,
Yeah.
and some big extra stepped on my finger. Ouch! And it's still crooked.
I loved the Hawaii episode.
Yeah.
Every time I
That
go
was-
there, I think of you guys.
Really?
In a spooky cave.
Hey! Anybody here?
Spooky in here.
You know, he owns the real tiki, don't you?
Yes, I do have
No,
the
you
tiki.
don't.
I really do.
How much do you think it's worth?
And, millions, I think. After
You
this.
deserve it, Barry.
That surfing accident I took was
Yeah.
legitimate.
That was real.
Really?
Even though the script had
Yeah.
called for it, that fall that I took
Yeah.
was not planned, and it had to do with the timing of the filming, and the tide had gone out, and the coral
Scared
heads
us
were
all.
sticking
Yeah.
up, and I ran right into it.
We call it a face plant where I live.
Another scary time was when we were at Kings Island,
yes,
and
the roller coaster.
They decided that they were going to run it, that they were going to mount a camera and put us on the roller coaster. And aren't we having fun? Let's just mount the camera and run it through once. The camera was mounted too high. It hit a beam. Fortunately, they had run it through empty.
Yeah.
Chris, I want to know, what are you having for dinner?
Go ahead.
I know what you're trying to do. Everybody wants to hear, they want to hear pork chops and apple shot.
Hey, Mom. Hi, Alice. What's for dinner? Pork chops. Pork chops. Huh? What else? Applesauce? Pork chops and applesauce. That's swell.
I love it. Now, let me go to a flashback of 1968, roughly, casting was going on. If you guys had to go back in time and audition again, would you, or would you tell your mom, let's go?
Oh, I'd definitely do it again.
Yeah?
It was great. It was a blast, and it's great to be here now. You know, I have another family, and we had, as far as I'm concerned, we had nothing but fun. I mean, there's a lot of hard work.
I have a question for everybody. I mean, some of us here have children. Would you let your children do it?
No.
And we all have a real, and you know something, if I had children, same answer, but
Why?
we all had a
Yeah.
great time doing
Why
it.
wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
I would.
Why
I
wouldn't
would
you?
because my parents were great about it.
Yes.
And they really helped me through it.
I would say that was
All
the
the parents
difference.
were amazing.
Yeah.
About the Brady Kids, having worked with
Yeah.
a lot of children in my career. All of these kids had great parents, and I think that was the difference.
And props to
Yes.
Sherwood for creating an environment which was really protective of us.
Another element of that was, in most shows, there are only one or two kids, and so there's really not the same kind of support system that we all had.
Yes.
There's 6 of us, we're going through a common experience together,
Right.
and so we would rely on one another and to kind of keep each other grounded, I think.
Were you a prankster?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you
the
pranks
glass
me was-
eye on the pilot.
What happened?
On the pilot, he had a glass eye.
I
He could
convinced her
pretend-
that I was
yeah,
blind
that
in
you
one
had
eye.
it, that they
And I
took
actually
it
got
out
a real
of-
glass
yeah.
eye and
And
came
took
out
it
and I said,
out, yeah.
here it is.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
And I went,
First, you said, first I need to wash it off.
You know what's amazing? It was only 5 years, but for some reason, why does it feel 25?
Because it's never been off the air.
Doing this for
Never.
35 years.
God. Maureen, You're still looking hot. As Paris Hilton would say, you're hot. How old were you when you first appeared on the show?
I was 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have a child, 2 children?
I have a 15-year-old daughter, just one.
How does she react watching you? What does she say?
You know, I think she just thinks it's very strange. You know?
Mommy's in the box today.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think, you know, she went through some periods where she was really embarrassed at school, and you know, she'd come home sometimes and just say, "Oh, they kidded me so much today." But I think she's really proud too. So that's cool.
I was the only one that actually had 4 children when we started, so I felt very motherly, and I felt I knew a little bit about parenting, and they were just great kids. They were always so much fun and always prepared, very professional.
We weren't allowed to not get along and to not be prepared because we had such a tough shooting schedule.
Yes.
And
It
tough
was a
parents.
monster shooting schedule.
Yeah. And didn't they shorten it at one point where
Yeah,
they wanted to
2.5
do
days.
2.5 days an episode
We did,
instead of
yeah,
5?
2 in a week.
So because they were giving money to some other show, because we were really sort of the low on the totem pole. It
We
was not
were.
the icon that it is today.
No.
No.
Oh, it was actually, at one time it was very embarrassing
Yeah.
to be a Brady.
Oh, totally
You know,
embarrassing.
It was so not cool.
Especially because of those things, Jenny, yes.
See, you would say
Especially.
Yeah. Oh, I can't even imagine that. Are you happy now that you're being honored for your hard work and your...
It's so nice.
It's never, for me, it's never been anything but a positive experience.
Yes, me too.
It's really beautiful.
You can feel the love in the room.
I feel it! We'll be right back with the Brady Bunch reunion after this. With the beginning of the second season, the Brady Kids sang the title song, and I guess that gave them the idea that they could sing. But we're not going to ask you guys to sing now. Relax. We have prepared something. Music, if you please.
I think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name. I hear you now, I just can't stay inside all day. I gotta get out, give me some of those rays. We can make the world a whole lot brighter. We can make the load a little lighter. Everybody has to try together. Don't you know it's now or never?
Clowns never laughed before, and beanstalks never grew. Ponies never ran before, till I met you.
When it's time to change, then it's time to change. Don't bite the tide, come along for the ride, don't you see? When it's time to change, you've got to rearrange who you are into what you're gonna be. We're gonna keep on, keep on, keep on moving. Gonna keep on, keep on, keep on moving. Keep on singing and dancing all through the night. We're gonna keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on dancing all through the night. We're gonna keep on, keep on, keep on doing it right.
So, we've been very rated G. Let me ask a steamy hot question. America wants to know if anything really kind of went on between you and... everyone really wants to know.
They do.
Didn't anybody read the book?
This is a new generation that hasn't really gotten
Learned
the
to
book
read?
yet. It's...
Let me just put it this way.
Please.
If times were different then, I mean,
Be careful.
that could have been a possibility. I mean, if Ashton Kutcher can date Demi Moore,
Yeah.
then Carol Brady could have dated.
You go for it.
I was a middle child. Not to get very Oprah on you. But I was so grateful that you did speak for the middle child syndrome. No one knew what it was until Jan spoke. My question to you is, people confuse actors with the roles they play.
Yes.
Are you anything like Jan?
You know, it's hard to say. I know that they liked to take our character traits and amplify them for the show. So I liked Jen because she was feisty and wasn't afraid of mice and was willing to try things, you know. Yeah. So in that way, I am a little bit like that.
I love that she had some cannolis.
Yes.
Is that the right word? No, that's a dessert.
Yeah. Or eggs.
Wow, I'm feeling very blonde at the moment. Let's talk to the youngest Brady boy, Bobby. Mike, hello. Were you the little brat on set because you were the youngest?
Oh, no, I was pretty well reined in by Mom and the rest of these guys.
Really?
But, he was adorable.
He was great.
Yeah.
My best friend.
It was my job to try to lead him astray.
Yeah.
I had a major motion picture studio as my playground at the age of 9, and I'll never forget how great that was. Yes. If the producers knew all the places I went and all the death-defying things I did, you know, in the rafters and around all the different sets and stages, they would have locked me up.
Do you guys have a very memorable moment in those 5 years that you can remember on set, or an episode that really sticks out in your head?
I always remember, when I think back on the show, I remember Ann B. Davis sitting in a director's chair doing her needlepoint. And she taught us all, I think, how to do
Everybody
it.
was doing needlepoint.
Except for Barry.
Yeah, the guys were
Barry was hooking something else.
It was something
I love it! Let's talk to Susan.
Okay.
Cindy, come on. Cindy, how cute she was. Did it drive you crazy with people telling you how adorable and cute Cindy Brady was?
Yeah, it kind of did.
You were like, shut up.
I was so little. I mean, I was like midget size. And I actually had somebody grab me by my pigtails at the grocery store and pull me up. Look what I found in frozen foods. Look at this. It's Cindy.
I remember once, it was the first year, and you were just indignant because somebody was visiting the set, and you overheard them. You were in the kitchen writing on something, and you overheard them whispering, "Look, she can write." And you were just stomping around like, what do they think? You know, I'm 7 years old.
Wow. All right, we've got more to talk about, so come back for the Brady Bunch Reunion Anniversary Special. Greg Brady. He was always grappling with complex moral issues, as you know. Your choice of Greg Brady's most perplexing dilemma, was it, you ready?
I'm ready.
When you lost the plans.
Here's your change.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Or, exact words, you were excused to borrow your friend's car for tickets to that rock concert. Remember, girl?
You didn't tell me not to drive.
Yes, I did.
You said not to use our car.
Greg, we told you not to drive.
Our car. You didn't say I couldn't drive any car.
Yes, but you knew what we meant now. You were grounded, right?
Dad, you said not to use our car for a week, and I haven't used it.
Well, what do you think your most perplexing dilemma was?
I'm not sure. I guess looking for a place to hide the goat.
Close the door, Brady.
Oh, that was so bad. All right, Maureen, Marcia. Oh, Marcia fell in love a lot. We know she liked a guy who didn't like her smashed nose. She liked a football player who was just using her to steal Greg's playbook. But those guys pale in comparison to our choices for Marcia's most illogical crush. Harvey Klinger, the bug collector.
My name's Harvey Klinger.
I'm Marcia Brady.
You're the first girl I ever met who knew anything about bugs. I collect them.
You do?
Davy Jones, the monkey.
Oh, yay, Davy.
Do you know a girl that'd like to go with me?
Do I?
Well,
All right, which one do you think has the most illogical person to steal Marcia's heart?
I thought you kind of like Desi.
I
Desi
love
Arnaz.
Desi.
Yeah.
Desi.
Desi Arnaz Jr.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Marcia.
You must have the wrong house, Mr. Arnaz. And the wrong Marcia. The wrong everything.
Now, wait a minute. Don't get uptight. I've got the right house and the right girl.
You mean it, Mr. Arnaz? I'm the Marcia Brady you wanted to see?
Yeah, only don't call me Mr. Arnaz. I'm Desi.
I can really call you Desi?
Right.
Thanks.
Desi, he was
He was already on the lot.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys really date?
You gotta read the book.
Really?
Not just buy it, but read the book.
I have to tell you.
I would. I'd be all over you.
I had a crush on all the guys at different times. I
That makes
really did.
sense.
And
She is so strange.
That's very girly.
Yeah. Bobby was like 8.
It was so wrong. I used to drive in with Maureen every day.
well, tell me about it.
What do you mean it was so wrong?
Tell me
Because
about it.
Barry was using me as sort of
decoy?
no, as somebody that could give him some insight into Maureen.
Are you serious?
She's just finding this out.
All is fair.
I'm
All
in
is
this
fair.
car with Maureen, more than anybody else, and I'm sharing this personal time with her. But we couldn't be any more different. I mean, I was just this little. I was a kid.
You still are. You're very different.
And I have to tell you, I was going crazy sitting next to you in that car.
Because my mom was driving.
No, because I found you very attractive.
Pretty good. Okay, that's what my question
See,
is.
I had no
So
clue.
you actually were in my way. You were supposed to be relaying information to me
everything-
to assist me in my quest, and
I knew
you're
this,
stealing her
and
heart.
so what I was doing is I was just spreading disinformation. And I'm the reason you two never hooked up.
I think one thing to remember is we are the people we knew, the people that we liked and trusted, got along with. And we didn't have much life outside of it. So it seemed very natural for us at different times during the course of the run to date, and all of us at one time or another did pair up.
I want to be a Brady. Okay. Did you guys have any episodes where you're at home and it come on TV and you're going, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, I hate it.
I tell you one thing that did happen that was fun. When we were out in the Grand Canyon, we stayed in a big lodge, and the show was actually on while we were filming it there, and we thought it'd be fun to go in and watch the show. Well, we had all of the hotel guests were in the lodge at the same time. We kind of just took a little corner, and the people were watching the TV show, and then they'd look over, and there'd be Peter, and then there'd be Jan, and then Greg, and there's Marcia, and they thought we were a real family.
Like, just want to know, did they make you dye your hair for the show?
When I showed up, I had red hair. They said, we like you, but we need your hair to be black. And I said, okay. So I was the first metal rocker.
Wow, I love it.
Yeah.
See, I got to read the book.
It wasn't permanent at first, and he used to
Oh.
sweat, and there'd be this black sweat.
Well, we shoot the pilot in the first season. The lights were so bright they bled through the rinse, so that we used Miss Clairol jet black.
Wow.
What about you, Susan? Did you?
I was flaxen blonde, Miss Clairol.
Miss Clairol.
Miss Clarence. All right, well, we'll be right back with Still Brady after all these years. any sibling rivalries between the few of you guys?
You know, I think we were just separated enough that there wasn't.
I think that there were days, I mean, when you're with people for 5 years, you know, there's days when there's, you know, little things going on, or maybe you're really not talking to that person as much, but...
We all had separate parents, so we weren't real siblings. So any friction would be, you know, just like you say, from being with each other so much.
So obviously these two had a lot of sibling rivalry.
Was there like,
so they say,
you know, Eve gets to wear that dress and I wanted to wear it, anything like that?
Yeah, I thought a lot of her clothes were much better than mine.
Did you hear that?
I didn't think so, but...
I thought all your clothes were better than mine.
Yeah, but your hair was much better than mine.
She invented the mullet.
She did. Do you guys know any mistakes that might have happened during filming?
Oh, yes.
Susan does. Susan knows all the mistakes.
Please tell us one of your favorites.
Well, there's one where it's called Cindy Brady Lady, and I have Tommy Jameson pretends to be Cindy's secret admirer, and he comes to the house and he brings her flowers, and I go into the kitchen, I hand Alice the flowers, and I didn't know they were filming. I thought we were still rehearsing, and I was having a hard time with my lines that day, and I hand her the flowers, and as I'm walking off, I go, it's in there.
Would you please put these in water?
Right away.
Thank you.
The House of Cards?
Yes.
We had to do half of the scene in the evening one day, and the rest of the scene in the morning the next day. Oh, no. And Eve's hair was down like yours in the evening, and up in a ponytail in the morning. Wow. It goes back and forth in the scene.
Really?
Yeah.
It wouldn't count anyway if she knocked it over. It sure would. Everything counts. Would it, Mom?
Let me come sit next to Chris. Move over, Bacon. There's something leaner coming. Chris is hot. Now, Peter was always up to dubious activities. He was. I mean, he really, truly was, I think, out of everybody. All right, well, your topic, Peter's devious activities. Hiding the tape recorder under the girl's bed. You guys remember that?
Who is it this time? What do you mean this time? The others were just schoolgirl crushes. Is there a difference? Is there a difference?
Pasting on a fake mustache to try to score with that older babe. Which
I love that.
That's
my favorite.
So great.
This mustache was a good idea, huh? Yeah, it makes you look a few years older. Well, remember, don't say too much. You can be the strong, silent type. That way you can't make too many mistakes.
Okay, what would be your choice for Peter's most dubious behavior?
Well, there's so many more. I mean...
Give me some more.
Well, let's see. I might have been the first adolescent to wear a dress, right?
Wow.
Right?
Yes, you're a sunshine girl.
I'm a little sunflower, sunny, brave, and true.
I am a little sunflower, sunny, brave, and true. From tiny bud to blossom, I do good deeds for you.
I love that scene, though, because that moment when I'm guilted into wearing the dress by these two was just one of those funny little moments that was just well constructed. Let's see, couldn't keep a job, got fired from 3 of those.
That's right.
Would go to the park to talk to pigeons. I mean, didn't have a personality, and then would...
My favorite one.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Base. Big Pete Brady intercepts and goes for a shot. Oh, no.
Mom's favorite vase.
She always says, don't play ball in the house.
Breaking everything, noses, vases. But it would have to be the fact that I think, knowing that they were all covering for me as I was going on a camping trip, if I'm not mistaken, and letting them take the blame for the vase.
Wow.
Something that I do.
I can't go. Mom, Dad, it's my fault. I broke the vase. I should have told you. I really meant to. But it was a camping trip I really wanted.
It's okay, son.
You guys, who was the one that tried to glue it back together?
I think we all
which
did.
one of you
Was it
losers
all of you?
messed that up?
Yeah, and that was an ugly vase.
It was actually Irving, the prop man. He was having a rough time with that, let me tell you.
All right, let's focus our attention on the other middle child, Jan. was always trying to find herself in every kind of way. Eve Plumb was Jan's finest effort in that regard, trying out for a cheerleader. Putting on a wig and trying to get rid of your freckles.
Do you have any kind of, well, something to get rid of freckles?
Freckles?
It's for a friend of mine.
For a friend of yours? I suppose these freckles she has are a real big problem.
They're ruining her life.
Let's hear from you. Which was Jan's finest effort?
Well, I think I probably liked the cheerleading thing the best because I sort of considered myself a dancer at the time, but I was treated as such a good performer that I could do it badly. So I felt like I was acting.
But even George Glass.
Yes, George Glass. Quick thinking that, huh?
But I do have a boyfriend.
Oh, you do?
He's one of the nicest boys in the school, and he thinks I'm super cool.
Oh, that's wonderful, Jan. What's his name?
His name is George.
George what?
George Glass. George Glass.
Mike.
Yes.
You're up. We're talking about your wildest dreams. Do you remember Millicent?
Oh, yes. Melissa Sue Anderson.
Or Bobby's fantasy about being Jesse James' sidekick. Remember? Go to clip now.
Hands up! Don't anybody move! It's the world-famous Jesse James.
Jesse James. I never thought I'd get to meet you.
I said hands up!
What was your choice for Bobby's wildest dream?
It would really have to be the flying through the air to catch the pass from Joe Namath.
Come on.
Don't you think?
Come on. Isn't that insane?
That was the original The Catch.
74, 2.
The Catch.
Yeah. Hey, switch places with me.
All right.
Sit next to Susan. All right, Cindy, on occasion, you know, you had this thirst for stardom, for fame, which I can completely relate to watching you. But it manifested itself in various ways in episodes. So I ask you, Susan Olsen, which was Cindy Brady's most futile attempt to become a celebrity? Was it crumbling while trying to make it in the bonus round of a quiz show? Blowing an audition to become the next Shirley Temple.
On the good ship, lollipop, it's nice. Trip to the candy shop where bonbons play. On the sunny beach at Peppermint Bay, boom, boom, boom.
What do you think?
That Shirley Temple episode was one of the most painful moments of my life.
Would that be your most futile attempt?
That's just my worst moment in my life.
So, you guys all saw the movie, hopefully, the movies. No.
You haven't
seen it? Sure. Oh, the first one's great. The second one's awful. But the first one is great.
Do you guys think that you resemble the character, or they resemble you?
I think they all did, but the girl who played me, not at all.
I'm actually inclined to question to you, Maureen, because, I mean, that was
scary.
Yeah.
Frightening.
Yeah.
Look,
Very
now I know
strange.
she was born to play you in this movie.
Yeah.
That was her destiny in
Do you
life.
want to hear how weird it is? I was there at the premiere watching it, and there were a few times when it was like I thought it was me.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Wow. Well, we've got a lot more coming up on Still Brady after all these years, so come back. everyone know what you guys are up to right now. Mike.
I am a family man. I've been married for 17 years, and I have 2 sons, and I work in the film business. I'm one of the cameramen on Everwood, a WB series.
I'm continuing to audition, doing voiceover work, and I'm also a painter. I like to paint pretty pictures.
She's great.
Well,
You are always such a
I could guess picking up ladies, but maybe besides that.
I start companies in the high-tech space, or have.
Wow.
But I'm taking some time away and actually re-exploring the entertainment industry in this time that I have off, as I'm just trying to sense what my next business play will be.
Great, well, we'll be waiting.
I do a show now on Lifetime every Saturday morning called Speaking of Women's Health, because I'm very interested in health issues. I'm a motivational speaker. I do concerts. I do stage shows, and I am the mother of 4. I'm the grandmother of 5.
And they're all great.
And that is my proudest achievement in life, that my kids are 4 of the greatest human beings that I know. So I'm blessed.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, like Florence, fairly diversified to stay busy all the time. I created a nightclub act not too long ago, a Vegas-style act called Barry Williams Live in Concert. I spend a lot of time on the road with musical theater. And I host a radio show on Sirius Satellite Radio 6 days a week called Totally 70s.
Maureen, how about you?
Well, I'm going on 20 years of marriage with my husband, Michael.
Who's hot, by the way.
And the nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky. And my daughter is 15, Natalie. And the last couple years I've been spending really close to home with my family. My mother just passed away. She was fighting cancer for a couple years, so we just lost her. So.
Wow. We love Maureen. Susan?
Well, like Maureen, I've spent a lot of time helping to take care of ill parents, and I lost both of them, but not to put on a downer. Of course, there's always the porn career that I did
If there's a rumor that could be invented, it's been applied to her.
Susan Olsen.
I love it. I love being the dead Brady. It makes me feel like Paul McCartney. But anyway, I've been a spokesperson for migraine sufferers. I've done little acting. I spent about 12 years as a graphic artist. And probably my favorite thing to do has been radio. And I've had a couple of comedy radio shows. And those are fun. But not to sound like I'm not very ambitious, but really my career goal is to work as little as possible and make the mortgage payment so that I can be at home with my son.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Okay, what I miss?
Well,
What I miss? What I
we
miss?
were
What I
talking
miss?
about topics. Can you guess yours by chance?
Oh, sure. Cooking, cleaning, wearing the same blue uniform for 5 years.
One thing we always admired about Alice was her thrill-seeking. I mean, she was Fear Factor before Fear Factor. So tell us what your most death-defying moment was. Was it hanging on for dear life as your mule plummeted downward into the depths of the Grand Canyon? Hey! That heart-stopping moment when you found a body part in the refrigerator?
What happened?
Nothing. I just lost my head. Found somebody's head. I'll be right in.
So, Anby, your choice for the most death-defying moment would be?
Well, probably when I almost drowned in that carnival dunk pool in the back.
Finally. You and Mike had some pretty off-center parental subplots. Tell us which one was the most random. When you and Mike were the cat's meow as you Charlestoned your way through the Roaring 20s.
That was a lot of fun. Trying to help Mike Charleston was a full-time job.
Remember, the trick is never let your feet leave your legs.
Was it the costume party where you were wowed them as Cleopatra and Mark Antony?
I like that one.
Cleopatra's having a little trouble zipping up the Nile.
Give you a hand here, Cleo. There.
Well,
Boy, I'll ride on your barge anytime.
So, what was your choice for most festive diversion?
Well, didn't we also try square dancing?
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. You have to admit we had guts, didn't we?
I love it. Well, this is a reunion of the Brady Bunch, but it wouldn't have been the Brady Bunch without the man named Brady, would it?
Robert Reed was, he was so perfect for this role, and he was a great friend, a wonderful colleague, and I would get exasperated with him, but I loved working with Bob.
You were good friends. Because I remember being in Hawaii, and you two were dressed up to go out to see a show. And I was like, Mom and Dad are going out.
Oh, yeah, he would take me to the nicest restaurants, and he had such great taste.
He did.
And he would order the most expensive wine. I would go, oh, I like this. Yes.
Well, Robert Reed sounds like a fine man. Let's review some of Mike Brady's words of wisdom.
I want you to listen to me very carefully. Cindy, you know you've done a very bad thing with your tattling.
Yes, Daddy.
Heroes get frightened, Peter.
Honest?
Why, sure they do. You know, standing up for what you believe is right, and knowing you may have to defend it, well, that can scare anybody. Well, you know, sweetheart, sometimes when you make a deal and it turns out badly, the best thing to do is to get out of it.
did they say it was a bad deal?
No. But you never know. Sometimes when you find it's turned out badly, there's every chance that they think it has too. Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. You think about it. Here. Okay? Go get them.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. Wonder what could possibly be next for the Bradys? Let's ask Sherwood Schwartz, creator and executive producer of the Brady Bunch. Have a seat. So what's next, Sherwood?
I've got it right here. The Brady Bunch reality show. We find a real guy named Mike Brady who happens to have 3 boys named Greg, Peter, and Bobby. Then we find a lovely lady who just happens to have 3 girls named Marcia and Jan and Cindy. There's nothing to it.
What about Alice?
I'm not up to that part.
Sounds great, Sherwood. So that's it for our look back at America's favorite family show. We'll see you in 65 years for the 100th anniversary of the Brady Bunch. The rest of you, assume the position.
All right.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of